fans.
Young Corner Fango here, my
supporters no yam for your own shop and two men. Not if you want one shop on Pabo. Baby, I know what take and then never be on my bedroom. Or my chaquai pow. It is not easy to be dominant in 19 years. And they do to subdue Man United and Liverpool to this level. The man need to be praised. Supporters no mun so mun nimre okrumo enyame andi amete na me kwa kotra omo samra no Abramovich di na omo na baso omo madide omo mani age and see e ba bi omo jan no it is still unclear say because I enjoy from a Champions League to FIFA Club World Cup they say here na Chelsea ko top 4 na on be declining and also on bet me about be compete. You know Newcastle United the whole na me sha say free omo ba Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. Now, when a cast is scannable, football it is scannable. After signing those players, Newcastle have won 9 games without a defeat. The last Omukolusu game was Etihad Omulusu by 4 goals to 0 in December. A few on January, almost signing players: Chris Wood, Danny Ben, Matthew Target, Bruno Guimaraes, Fabian Schär, and Omudio Muninabaye. Newcastle have won 9 games undefeated. The last game, Omukwa St. Mary's, Echo chess Southampton by 2 goals to 1, and half time and check the performance of Southampton over the EPL. The likes of Tottenham Hotspur and the big teams are struggling to beat Southampton. But you know, from a go down, they came back and beat my friend Southampton. I don't trust English coaches, but it is Juma or you know within a short time, it's opening in more debo and almost send the signals to be say we come cover a buy and a genuine more day for teams to beat them. And how will teams fare with them next season when they spend so much in the market? Omoba against a Chelsea team, almost do be an insane Yama Echo Abramovich and Kebenya effect almost so. But you know, so I show me games now. Almost so they are playing as if it's in BNC. No matter the pressure mounting on all these players, clearly we say these are professionals. Ya cycle almost all also football and an only juma moye. Into omne no which share no. Musa no which more de bon so any dear, but ancha and a Trevor Chaluba. The board to at them Chelsea. Omudie, Omujumadi, Omudia, their quest to be in the top 4 no, and one at Omuguswa Omoko. Omopo against the Newcastle side, Amakawa say a Juma Penina Yen Juma a so any baby. Not so much exceptional quality for me, apart from Bruno Guimaraes Omukofano from Olympic Lyonnais, and the first start Unyano or Kano with such beautiful gua, Utim de Bomb Arena. Chelsea team no an all-round team. Aomu continue to perform. Romelu Kakune, Timo Werner, and Kwano Mube they were expected from them on team farmer. Whoever starts, they know Munya results. But this time they will be playing against one of the stubborn sides in the EPL in Everton. Now Chelsea team my friend Newcastle, Omuno Muba said Omu see how not an experienced side, not so much quality, but at least Matthew Target on the left, Emil Kraft, Fabian Schär, Danny Ben at the heart of defense here, Juma. A midfield of Joe Laka, Bruno Guimaraes, and Jojo Cheve with Ryan Fraser, Jenny Murphy, and then Chris Wood in a 4-3-3 setup. Omudi bomb games, no. General HSC Newcastle, Modern Elsewhere. Obianim Chelsea, how they set up. No matter how they set up, Obianim said their 3 back is intact, and Thiago Silva fit, Rudiger fit, Chaluba playing well there. It's likely someone a bit natural with Jim's regime back. Saul Niguez, a makeshift wing back, and the last season such as Saul in the Atletico Madrid setup by Juan Anobo, and he's playing so well. After getting that goal and man of the match performance against El Lutintano, Saul gradually he is picking and he who Saul now in him. Kovacic is available, Golo Kante is back, Jorginho is back, and the form of Kai Havertz, no, you know, Emma Chelsea, Ejinei. BBA Chelsea it will be a difficult game for Chelsea. But I think Chelsea will say through Newcastle. I'm sorry. This game, dear, you know, it will be very difficult to beat Chelsea because they say defended the second. Then Newcastle no bar. Defended during the days of Federico Fernandez, during the days of Arantia FN and Lamel Lascelles and all those guys, you know, Michael Richimo. No, defend this. Not just having on Arantia FN and long staff. but say Niama Sankakra, Omu team leading to Omu Beam, any team biabo. And if you open up against Chelsea, Genoa, you'll be in trouble. Chelsea will win, but Genoa, Omu Bebre, but I tip them say Omu Bebre winning in that particular game. Arsenal airborne against Leicester City. Now me buy na me for table no, and I'm not sure baby Manchester United da, and baby Arsenal da. Leicester City last year Sabri, now you can't top 4 for no be so much to be in the top 4. They lost it in the last minute, but this time they are 12 on the league table. Into Chelsea and man for Brendan Rodgers, and then the charges. And injuries are how much, but under you still I believe we say with the materials available and Kobo beating ya yebi. Omo bought against Arsenal at the Emirates, and so I shall Arsenal in their last 4 games, you know, and now there's almost me lose to be. Omo against Watford. No game no more for them in the Vicarage Road, but Lacazette with that 2 assists, that particular game into Arsenal yetima. Say baby omujina no bujina ye and they are just on form. So be a mobi kura into Tommy Yasu akot naturally. I'm a experienced Cedric Suarez above the right current Tieni Gabriel ya rewarding in the Brazil call up with Abranti FN Ben White, Thomas Partey in the player of the month for Arsenal last season. Granit Xhaka is available, and for me the Trident Omoya young glass and no shipper in the EPL Bukayo Saka, Odegaard and Gabriel Martinelli. Smith Rowe for back, but you know he is not likely to start with Lacazette didn't experience in the Beijing anymore. In the last 6 games, Lacazette tend to mean Shebi, but you know, oh shit me friend Leicester City to defense now. Luke Thomas, we talk about Jim Distin, and then oh shit Daniel Amate, Kaglas or Yunchu. And make for the last season no Rishi Obiano, Ndidi and Yuli Talisman. Harvey Barnes is available. Jay Madison is still there. Michael Branton has a chance to start. Kalichi Hianato and so but Jimmy Vardy, who has scored 11 goals against Arsenal, you know, a game where they say Jimmy Vardy beats me Bobby due to injury. Leicester a baby on Arsenal baby bia on my game near the on my game near tough, and I'm gonna give Arsenal a good run for their money. But Arsenal say baby on even with fewer games, they are still in the top 4, and if they want to be in the top 4, they need to be consistent. And why a Leicester City team now? They almost in their last 3 games in all competitions, but they lack the consistency, they lack the firepower, and in the absence of Jimmy Vardy, I accept Arsenal. Arsenal should be winning maybe 2-1 at the Emirates. Liverpool airborne against Graham Potter's Brighton. Now the last game now me share, and another last time na Tarek Lamptey who was Franco. In that game, coach now more back. Until the moment I want more back no, a Chelsea Brandt FN Tarek Lamptey no be pushing it now on the right side of the wings. Until Chelsea within a 4-back system, or you play or be attack yaman, but in a 3-back system, obey your defensive duty, and I say obey your hard duty on my fully until he flourished so well in the 3-back system. Graham Potter in the last 4 games, Brighton so intimate and winning. But let's not forget, in 30th October against Liverpool in Anfield, getting back home Liverpool pa team a friend Brighton. Omu ko go 2-2. Emanyemu ya din for Liverpool, and it is the reason why baby it Liverpool omu second on the league table. Brighton ko ha omu because at Anfield even the big team struggle to beat team a friend Liverpool, and omu team konya that famous draw. But baby omu jina say there, you know, omu last 4 games omu team win bi, and they are playing against Liverpool. Omu game omu play against West Ham omu struggle kakra. And in the midweek, they struggle against Team FN in Inter Milan. Chelsea, something clearly is missing in there. Sadio Mane was outplayed in that particular game. Mo Salah was a bit quiet. The chances are unya against Inter Milan were intimate. Will Diaz be back, or Diego Jota be cementing a position? No? Playing against Liverpool, I don't think you Bisama and all those guys were the enough quality to match the Liverpool midfield. But so what team share what they year and I will be so betting any results against Liverpool. Big teams ne baby on Mujina say so against such smaller clubs now. Omu say so man timi amo. Na man ko yan fa mo. Manchester City got more Monday against Crystal Palace. Ombe extended lead they are 9 points. Into omunya first game abo dia. Ombe kulu pressure no just to get the maximum points. Na nyema ko yi e dia momo. So Liverpool playing against Brighton, you know, I'm taking Liverpool. So I'm betting me a winning, and I'm expecting Luis Diaz, Sadio Mane, and Mo Salah to start this particular game. Anytime scorer is Mo Salah. The form number Femi Kakra, though he keeps scoring, but you know this is a game that I take Liverpool so almost beat me. Now the big game at the Theatre of Dreams.
Yeah. Good morning. The way Sir Franco Naro is passionate and seriously explaining Chelsea's issues clearly shows that he's happy inside. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I feel sorry for what is happening to Chelsea. Patrick, when Chi Subin so health center, anyway, about
passionate. Yes. You know, a program there in Tom what's Master Franco. And as Franco, who are the gym?
There be no no channel, do visual channel,
no, but
only another chance also can be.
But another say, okay, the way I'm passionate about the English and how they do their things, and I'm in support of what they are doing against anything Russia.
Okay,
that's what I'm passionate about. It's not about Chelsea.
Okay,
you know the big game at the Theatre of Dreams. The last two games, then came from Manchester United. Into Oshawa against Watford. No, BN say United become Watford. Omantini, a Kwandi in a draw. They played their last 15 game against Manchester City, and it has been tagged as the worst Manchester United last 15 minutes in their history against Manchester City. Because ball almost born the first half against City in the Obien will say to my friend Manchester City any chance. But Obien who they are in the second half when Man Kui and from United. So Oshawa against Tottenham Hotspur. Man United a team Tottenham pa. And we say Moreno Beshaw almost says in that red card. It's in Bana me catch our say Tottenham team United team on pa. In the first round, and on the year or Nuno Espirito Santo, you know a man team friend Tottenham was a pamono 3 goals or conceded against my friend Manchester United. Antonio Conte, Sheni game no, or a very inconsistent. Until Okoche team a friend a Manchester City. The next game he lost against Burnley. And on the last 2 games, what's your goals pa? 4 against him at friend Leeds United. And Obabasha 5 against Everton. So in the last 2 games, for team at friend Tottenham Hotspur, you know, almost 9 goals. What is City the other one? Almost 12 goals in their last 4 games. And no how in the attacking wise they are playing so well. But they consider 2 against City and only concede 1 against Burnley. But in their last 2 games, they are yet to concede against team friend Leeds United and team friend Everton. In Tianono Chese, Antonio Conte yeah Juma but the Genoa he is a bit inconsistent than the team no and man ko in certain department. No craning Yamyanimye was sitting on the 3 back of Ben Davies, Christian Romero, and then Davison Sanchez. Say Eric Dyer or Baba share the position of Davison Sanchez in the 3 back no Genoa. Martin Doherty in the last 2 games. I'm a that surety from the right. Internal born ahead of Emerson Royal over that particular side, and on the left side, Rensesanyo Epra, it is just a Sergio Regalo will be back to fill that particular void, and in midfield, Hobia is a mainstay, and Odi Kulusevski and Abranti FN or Rodrigo Bentake Ababeka. But find a way to fix the 2 Juventus players or mobile into their setup, an attack of Hurricane and then Son Heung-min. Hurricane is back and it's back like Son Heung-min. In the last 2 games, no, Nemo de Boissoni, ne pair with Hurricane, no, one of the best deal in the second round so far as EPL on air concern. Into how many more no Eshe. United there, Luke Shaw will be absent because of certain issues, and then Rafael Varane is back. Into Yenim, say Rafael Varane, coach the best starter with Harry Maguire, and I say Abranti Feno, Wan-Bissaka will start from the right, or Maguire be ye mainstay and Vettel enough, Eric Berry, whoever, Ebe Pen. And midfield, Fred Ebejina, baby, I know Jana the last time, and then Abranti Fene Paul Poba, you know, and so Ebe Pen in midfield. And Poba story in the level of inconsistent that you expect him. Say big games will show up, and show up. Anthony Elanga, with recent performance, is likely to start. Jadon Sancho is gradually coming back. Bruno Fernandes, Ebejina, and inside the big game, Ronaldo is back. So it's like to say Cristiano Ronaldo so started this particular game in a 4-2-3-1 in a mobile room. Antonio Conte best send him to Manchester United. Says still or the chance to join them in the summer now. And United share a coach on what that baby room say they will need time to rebuild. Because if you know I've seen there, it looks as if the story say Bano and penny for that Man United I don't know yatum so when he am read on their rebuild. And if that comes into the picture, it's just I ask coach then they're likely to fall to fill that particular void the technical bench because already he's proven and Oman enough time our chair so obemo identity and built to a certain level. Inteno no be and I can't bet you say he's a quick face manager that will need a big platform like Manchester United. Obetimi Eddie affixing Yamu Diamon. You know, these are the things because United defense in yet. But you better how they will fare against Hurricane and then Son you mean. Tottenham Hotspur so all the pressure so almost be bar. Now you know okay kaboom. Defense so again it's not the best of defense. But in such games tactics is so key. How the coaches will vary will be so key, and for me the venue will be so key. Conte try in big game against Liverpool, in big game against my friend Manchester City, say he's a man for the big occasion. But when to me against Chelsea, into only United and Saint Bear, with the records and the history between the two teams, for me it will be very tough for Tottenham Hotspur to beat Manchester United. I'm going in for a win, and you know it looks like a draw. But a win, baby, I'm going in for a slim win for my friend Manchester United.
What pick you 1 or 2 be a free Spain and Italy?
Okay. You know, games need so much big. Inter Milan playing Torino. I don't think they're so big. You must almost the end AC Milan against Empoli. Okay, Empoli. Empoli in Sweden. Until you don't expect so much from the Empoli side. You only think say Milan. A quite almost fast school. Diego Armando Maradona. Ekunya that a slim win. Omobeto aso a team friend Empoli. No they are common. Napoli come Mark Antonio Bettingodi against a team friend Hellas Verona. Almost a famous draw at Antonio Franchi against Fiorentina. Inti almost team no not so much a very good side, but this particular time ye who adwuma Abranti friend Giovanni Simeone, Diego Pablo Simeone Bano, adwuma odi team a friend Hellas Verona in there. In team my friend in Napoli, so almost back no more competing after losing in last week in India. This is a game that you expect them to score, but for me that game looks like a draw. And you know I'm going for Inter Milan win against Torino. Andrea Bellotti alone is not enough to pull a threat to stop the Simeone Inzaghi side. To make up for Inter win, AC Milan win, and probably Napoli draw. Real Madrid ball against Real Mallorca. Yeah, share how the likes of Ruben Garcia, Tofekube Kobo, their own player, and Baba Idrusu will fare against a Madrid team. Last weekend, almost share 4, almost 8 teams against Paris Saint-Germain in 65th minute. Almost and the firepower of Karim Benzema and Vinicius Jr. How their defense will work out to make sure so mobile team has stop team your friend Real Mallorca. You know, I'm not for baby or more confidence na Barcelona. Do baby or mobile team no biabo because of the victory but in the La Liga they've been so exceptional and more so any Real Madrid fans will win against him. Your friend Real Mallorca. Barcelona playing Osasuna. But in the midweek on Thursday night football in the Europa Cup. Among 4 were so disappointed. No, BN said the Omdi and Napoli into meeting at Rasso. ISR against him, my friend Galatasaray. Moment me by playing against Osasuna at home. I think Barcelona have got enough quality. I think I'm meeting my friend Osasuna.
All right. Kanu any group no hem say Andy Kerm aye papa de amamo ntino weekend muni akire ye na